We're going to talk about our grievances. We're going to air our
Right.
grievances.
What is this? Like Gone Gaming episode?
It's a Gone Gaming episode, but about gaming grievances.
Gone
Gaming
Gone
grievances.
Gone Grievances.
Gone Gaming grievances. That's what we're talking about. Welcome to the Gone Gaming Podcast, your uninformed source for gaming news. I am Luca, joined with Ashton here. What's going on?
Not much. How are you?
I'm good. We are matless today.
We're matless.
So if someone has seen them, please let us know. And Matt, if you're listening, please give us a call. We're worried about you.
Want to know if you're okay?
We're worried about you, Matt. So today we want to talk about our grievances, our gaming grievances.
Mm-hmm. There's lots of them.
There are a few, but I guess more recently there's been some issues that have been affecting us in our games that we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you've been playing Final Fantasy 15, and I've read there's some sort of...
I'd love to hear your review on Final Fantasy 15 for the 10 minutes you see me play it, because you had some choice words to use when you saw me doing that.
Look, all I'm going to say is it was a little metro for me, if you will, but I guess it's typical of a Final Fantasy game. It didn't bother me like 10 years ago with Final Fantasy X or whatever it was, Final Fantasy 10.
See, I didn't even play that one.
What?
Yeah, I didn't play that one. I stopped at 9.
I heard that was like the best one.
No.
Oh yeah, like they said it crushed Final Fantasy 7. I'm pretty sure that's what people said.
Yeah, I don't think anybody said that.
Okay, I might have been making that up.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, we're very opinionated people, to say the least.
Well, to be fair, all you have to do is say like not even something really negative about something I like, and I get super defensive over it. So I'm pretty sure that's where Final Fantasy came from. Because we're kind of talking about like we will have an episode discussing the Nintendo Switch announcement, and Ashton made a comment related to it, and I got very defensive.
Yeah, my wounds are still healing.
I apologize now. I'm seeing someone right now, and it's a process.
Thankfully, they're just not visible. That's it. That's all I'm thankful for.
It's a process I'm going through, and I'll get there one day.
But hey, like I said, we're all have strong opinions when we about any topic really, but especially video games because we take them to heart. And when something's not done right, boy, it pisses us off. Final Fantasy 15, playing that, it's a great game. I think it took way too long to come out, so there's an issue already I have.
Well, to me, it doesn't matter if it takes too long to come out, as long as it comes out properly. Like it's a good game at the end of it. They took the time for the right reasons.
But it shouldn't take that long. That means there's something wrong along the way.
Something like in the core.
Like there has to be. It's just like The Last Guardian, which I won't get into because I haven't played it yet. But same thing, and it's not doing well from what I've heard and what I'm reading. It's not doing well.
I want to play it.
That's not a surprise.
I want to play it, and you told me before it came out you're not very optimistic about it. I might have said some things to you, and I apologize. It's part of my program.
You did? I
apologize. I thought the guys who made Shadow of the Colossus would follow up with a solid game, and the fact that they had so much time to work on it, I'm like, it's going to be amazing.
But too much time is a problem.
There was something wrong at the core of the game.
Yeah. The fact that it still looks like it's stuck on PS2. By the way, from what I hear, it handles from just everything.
Okay, yes, visually, maybe PS3, top-notch PS3.
I don't know.
It's stylized, okay? You got to realize there's a style to it.
Right.
But the controls...
But that style, could that run on older generations? Most likely.
Yeah, but it wouldn't... Yeah, I don't know.
There you go. Stuck on
I can't
PS2.
defend it.
Stuck on PS2.
I just hoped it was a good game.
But that's a game we even haven't played about, and I have problems with it. But Final Fantasy 15, I was talking with a good friend of ours over at... he has a channel, The Nerding Nest. Really good guy, awesome channel, does some great let's plays. So check him out on YouTube. Again, The Nerding Nest. But we were chatting today actually about it, where I'm probably 30 hours into Final Fantasy 15.
You've already put that much time into it.
I think so. That's what the time clock says.
Yeah, but it doesn't count. I know you, so it doesn't count the times where you've died and you've restarted back to your.
No, that hasn't happened.
Oh, you're not doing that.
Don't forget, like a lot of the time, which I won't go into with you right now, you're sitting in a car traveling. That takes up a lot of time. You can fast travel. We'll get to that part maybe another day. But
I want to hear more about sitting in a car and letting the game
travel with your bros. Like, why wouldn't you want that?
Yeah.
It's what we do now.
It's like you're watching the Entourage intro and over and over for 30 minutes at a time. I'm guessing 30 minutes at a time. Probably
no,
not.
It can go for a minute, up to 6, maybe 8 minutes.
So do you play that Jane's Addiction song that's at the beginning of the Entourage intro?
I should actually.
You should cut it.
I should. That'd be pretty hilarious.
We should cut it and put it on our YouTube channel.
I like that. I like it. And our YouTube channel is?
I think it's Gone Gamin.
I think you're right.
I'm pretty sure you're listening to our YouTube channel.
Go check us out on YouTube.
Subscribe, like, leave a comment.
So yeah, no, I've been enjoying about 30 hours in. One thing that we both were chatting about, the Nerding Nest and I, is there's really no instructions or directions on how to play the game. Now, I know it sounds weird because most games don't come with instructions anymore,
and
but
they're all kind of similar.
Yeah, or pretty much at some point self-explanatory, or they have
in-game tutorial.
In-game tutorials, which this does, but the in-game tutorial is more that I've done on the battle system and fighting, and because it's pretty in-depth. It's very different from at least a lot of the other Final Fantasy games I played.
But what else do you need other than the battle system and fighting?
So the part is there's a ton of items in the game, which I didn't think really do anything, to be honest, and call me ignorant when I'm playing this game. I'm just kind of getting through the side quests, leveling up, and doing the usual Final Fantasy typical RPG thing.
Driving around in a car.
And driving around in the car with my bros. So, for example, when you're in a battle, there's a system called await mode, which they talk to you about. So it kind of freezes the battle. You can focus in on an enemy and kind of scan him, if you will, and get his attributes. So what his strengths and weaknesses are. And at the top of the left of your screen, this bar comes up and has a bunch of symbols of different types of weapons and elementals, and they're all colored differently. Some are gray, some are orange, some are purple.
I'm very confused. But just keep going.
So
maybe
at this point, we're talking like, what does this all mean? And like, I think, and anyone probably listening to this who's playing this game is laughing at me because they're like, oh, this is fucking pretty simple. But I depicted that one color means that's what they're, I guess, most susceptible to. So for damage wise,
so they're more susceptible to red or blue.
Yeah, I think like more the orange, if you will. Is your
weapon like paired to that color? Like if you have like a sword and it's like got like a red
the color
to it,
goes
or
over
orange?
that symbol of that type of weapon. So if it's that specific sword, because there's multiple types of swords. So there's like your standard sword, then like your heavy sword, then daggers, a gun, a shield, etc. So it goes over those. So I assume if it's the orange one, it means that's going to do more damage. Then there's purple, and I've fought some enemies that the whole bloody bar is purple. So I'm like, what? I can't hurt this guy, like, because he's immune to everything. I'm like, that's pretty dumb.
Or do you need a purple weapon?
I have no idea. Again, doesn't really say much. Maybe I missed this part of the tutorial because I'm like, all right, I'm done with this. I want to play the game.
Yeah.
So shame on me. And then again, you pick up all these items, and when you read the description of them, almost everyone says this would catch like a hefty price, or this would get you a good price. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, money doesn't really come too easily. You have to do certain challenges and
you have to do things you didn't want to do, but now you find yourself needing more items, and you
I haven't got to that part yet. It's a possibility. But so the items really don't do anything. And I actually saw I stumbled across a YouTube video today. Don't know who the guy was. But he was explaining how you can level up really quickly by combining these certain items with certain spells, which nothing ever explains that you could do that, at least not that I've seen. So I just learned something after, watching this YouTube video that opened up this whole other world for me in this game.
Yeah, so basically, without YouTube, if this game was made, let's say, Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9 era, you'd be boned. You'd be without. You wouldn't combine anything right now.
I still haven't. I just literally saw this last night, and so I shared this with the Nerding Nest, and he was shocked. He's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "That's amazing." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's pretty damn cool." But
been
nothing.
Playing for 30 hours.
Yeah. Again, this could
driving
be
for 15.
It's driving for 15 and then fighting for the rest. This doesn't really explain much, and I could have missed it. shame on me. One thing that I'm very used to Final Fantasy games is the random spawning of monsters. So it just happens. You're running around, the monster spawns, you fight. That's quite honestly, you got to grind to level up. That's how these games work.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest annoying thing is because there's so much to do in this game and it's open world and a lot of times you can see the monsters. There's these Magitech enemies, which are like super soldiers, if you will. Mm-hmm. And once you get to a certain point in the game pretty early on, they just, if you're running around the world, even if you're on a quest, they'll just drop out of the sky. You'll hear one of the guys say, "Oh, Magitech engines." And then they'll just come over you and drop down, and now you have to fight them.
So you're in the middle of trying to progress through the story, and they're like, let's
they'll
slow
just
this down
they'll
a
just
bit.
drop. You're taking too long, so we're just going to send guys down on you. The annoying part is, and this has happened many times, and I'm okay with grinding when I need to. When I want to, I'm going to.
Oh yeah, you're gonna grind.
Anyone who plays Final Fantasy games knows what I'm talking about, or RPGs. But it's I'll start a battle to fight these monsters. Then these stupid Magitech guys show up, so I fight them. Once I'm done, I'll start moving on to get to where I need to go. They drop again. Now I have no choice either to run or fight them because they're in my way. It's happened where I'm doing a difficult battle with monsters higher level than me, and it's taking a while. And out of nowhere, these bastards drop, and now they're part of the battle. And I'm like, this is stupid. This is ridiculous.
So they're just shit disturbers. There's no point.
Yeah, pretty much.
That would just drive me nuts.
I don't want it to take away from the game, but it does. And I gotta imagine other people playing this game feel the same way, unless they're like, oh, it's experience. I'm like, well, screw it. I want to get this shit done.
And when I see that, I just think about those linear games and how much I appreciate them. Because, like, that's the one thing that's driving me away from these open world games. Like, when I was playing Fallout 4, I liked it. Fallout 4 was a great game, but I guess when I played Fallout 3, I just kind of went with like whatever was happening. But this game, I just had to keep doing the side missions. And I'm like, oh, I want to discover this part of the map. And then like I did almost all the side missions. And then I started doing the main story. And like something that should have happened early on in the game happened like when I was at like the 60-hour mark in the game.
Oh.
So the linear games, I appreciate it because you get right into the story.
Yeah.
And it's the way that the guy who made the game, the way he wanted you to experience it, you experience it. You hear his full story.
Right.
I get the appeal to the open world games, but
I think there's too many now.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they don't do it right, it sucks.
Yeah.
And I think we've seen and we've played many examples of bad open world where it's either the world's too big, there's too much to do.
Yeah. Metal Gear 5.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
You know I had to bring that one up.
Yeah.
I was so hyped to play that game, and then as I got about 40 hours into it, I'm like, what have I done? The story was so amazing. It just throws you in this really cool...
Probably one of the best intros to a game.
Yeah, we're talking about that. It's got to
like
be top 3.
5. Yeah, top 3 easily.
Yeah, that with The Last of Us, and I don't know what else would be up in there.
Uncharted 2.
Uncharted 2 is awesome.
Uncharted 2 had an amazing intro.
Anyways, well, that's another topic.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, it's such a great intro, and then it follows it up with like dull "Let's go," and because of you're part of the reason why.
I'm part of the problem.
You are part of the problem because you're like, oh, if you don't, I heard you can beat the game without killing someone. I'm like,
oh yeah,
that's a challenge. That's a challenge. So
right?
I'm only getting the stun weapons and the tranquilizers, and
you shoot the guy's arm, not his face, and it
you take
alerts everybody.
You take out about 12 people, and they're all like hidden, but somebody decides to wake up and alert everyone. You're just about to finish the mission, and then it goes to shit, and you're.
But that's got nothing to do with the open world. That's just
no. The problem is no. The problem is there's so much to do. Like you can do the mission, and there's like 8 things to do, and they're all really tough.
The issue I had, and I loved Metal Gear, and honestly, after pausing for a while, playing Metal Gear 5 and getting back into it, I actually finished the game, which I don't think you have.
No. I've been wanting to pick it up, but...
And I liked it. I really did. And I know a few friends of ours, they said, no, this game sucks. The story was terrible. The ending was bad. I enjoyed it. I was one of those few people that really liked the ending.
I'm not too much of a critic. If the story is meant to be told that way, and if it makes sense, I'm on board with it.
Yeah.
I do want to beat it eventually, but it is such a chore.
I think that's the problem too, is how we've played it, and I think a lot of people may have played it this way, or I can't imagine we're the only ones. But it's like you do a side mission, you call a helicopter, you go back. You do a side mission, call a helicopter, you go back.
Yeah.
But that was part of the problem, and it took away from the actual story in the world. And it's like when you do one side mission and your next one is like across the map, and this is earlier on in the game, you have your horse and it's taken forever to get there. It's like, I don't want to do this.
And then you have to worry about everyone being alerted.
Yeah, you got to stop with everyone. Again, we're using tranks, and so you got to be super sneaky. And 2 missions is taking you an hour. And I'm like, this is dumb. So call the helicopter, drop where you need to go, and that's all it was. Is you're just up and down.
Is the original Metal Gear Solid your favorite Metal Gear still?
Yes.
Okay, so what made that game so good is just the simplicity of it, right?
Yeah,
there's a boss coming. It's linear, very linear.
It was definitely that had something to do with it, and obviously the story was awesome. The characters were great. The story was amazing,
and you didn't have to go and like capture 200 people before you can get to another part of the story because
and advance your base and make a kitchen. And then work on your garage.
Oh my god, I haven't got there yet.
And put the 3rd floor on your house, but you wanted a bungalow, and you can't do it because there's too many people there.
Yeah. So this podcast,
goddamn FOB, it's so stupid.
This podcast is being recorded now. Beginning of or middle January 2017.
Yeah.
Let's revisit this topic in mid-January 2018, and let's see how much further I've gotten in Metal Gear, because I'm pretty sure
you're gonna be the same part.
Exact same part.
You should beat it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's it's amazing how we got to Metal Gear from Final Fantasy, but
we're basically going on
from open worlds, and we're kind of going through it. But I got a lot of opinions on a lot of games.
Yeah, you need some sort of guide, I guess, for Final Fantasy, because these games don't come with books anymore, right?
No.
They don't explain anything.
No, and like the tutorial again did so much, and it could have been me just wanting to get through it to start playing the game. And that could have been my fault.
You're usually pretty thorough. You go.
But that's the thing, right? So maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt to the game here, saying no, it was there, but I don't believe so.
Well, there's a lot, I guess, to learn from that.
There is, and they can't show you everything, because then you'll never play the game. You just have to kind of go through it and figure it out.
Yeah, well, I guess we've beaten Final Fantasy to death, and I want to talk about my grievances this week.
I will platinum it, though, by the way.
Yeah, I know you will.
I'm not far.
I know. You are a trophy.
It's possible, though. It's possible. That's the only good thing about this game.
I'm going to use a better term than what we've been calling it. You're a trophy aficionado.
I like that.
Yeah.
Connoisseur.
A connoisseur of some sort, yes. But anyways, I want to talk about my grievance right now.
Sure.
You've had your time with Metal Gear, or with Final Fantasy. Metal Gear's on my mind right now. I want to beat this stupid...
Metal Gear is your grievance. You got angry there.
I'm getting mad, okay? I got to take what I was told. Take a few breaths.
Mm-hmm.
Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. It's gone. It's gone. Now I'm going to get right back into it. With my grievance, and I believe many of us share this one, is Call of Duty. But it's not what everyone's complaining about. It's the same game year in, year out. Yeah, I know what I'm getting with it.
That's why people like it. And
it's familiarity.
Yes.
You don't need an instruction booklet for it.
Quite honestly, a lot more first-person shooters need to be like Call of Duty, because when other people make their own, the handling's not right.
Oh, yeah.
It's not as fluid. They switch the buttons, and it's like, hey, why would you do this? Why is R2 not shoot, or why is square this and not reload? And it's like, what are you doing?
Or X on PlayStation is jump.
So when people start remapping just to make it their own, you're stupid. Nobody wants to play the game like this. Just honestly make them all like Call of Duty. They're going to be good.
Unless it doesn't work. Unless there's like a specific feature to your game that doesn't work, right?
Sure. Find a way. Go on.
Anyway, so my problem is, I don't know what's going on, but I don't think it's my internet. I don't think it's any of our internets, but it's the connection. It's so terrible right now. Mm-hmm. Like last night we were playing. Mm-hmm. And before, like, I'm looking down a hallway, and there's a guy running in with his gun down, and I'm shooting. And before I get my shot off, I see a hit marker, and I'm down on the ground. Like, the guy doesn't even have his gun raised by the time, and I'm dead.
Yeah.
And there's some days where I completely crush. I don't know if I'm on the other end of having the better connection.
Absolutely.
But it's just so inconsistent. I'd rather a consistent connection than me crush half the time and then have terrible scores the other half.
Yeah.
Like, I was averaging over 2 killed death ratio at one point when I had a good connection. Now, last night I went like 2 for 13, 3 for 20.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. But other days I'm going, 46 and 22.
Right.
So, I mean, that consistency kills me.
Yesterday was bad. It's same match, and I complained about it.
Somehow Martin did really well.
Yeah,
That was really weird.
It was strange. He did better than us.
Yeah, he was in the pluses. Like, we're in severe negatives.
Yep. Same thing. There was same match. There was this one guy where he was consistently killing me. Same guy. And let's face it, I'm not gonna sit here like we're the best Call of Duty players. We're not.
No, we are not.
We're good. We're
average,
good.
Yeah.
And we can hold our own. Usually, out of the 3 or 4 of us,
Yeah.
1 or 2 of us are in the top 3. So, like,
If
consistently,
not all, if not three of us, or
consistently at every match. But yesterday, same thing. There was this one guy who, if we came up around a corner meeting each other, and I'd be putting bullets in him, I would barely even hear one bullet. Barely hear one bullet from his end, and I'm down.
Yeah.
And there's no way this guy's that good with a submachine gun hitting me in the head. And even submachine guns sometimes need 2 shots, even on hardcore, because
we're
they're
playing hardcore,
because they're weaker guns, right?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
sometimes still need 2. And I'm dropping, and I don't even hear bullets. I just hear I'm down, and I'm like, okay. But every time, and I'm like, this is horseshit.
And it doesn't help my anger management problem right now.
No,
So
game like that won't.
I apologize because I was probably very obnoxious on the PlayStation chat last night.
Oh, it's hilarious.
My bad.
It's okay. It wasn't taken out against me, so it's good.
Once again, the steps.
Yeah.
These are the steps.
It's all right.
I got to right the wrongs.
We're here to help you.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, Call of Duty. What was the one thing we complained about Black Ops 3?
The one thing we complained about.
The biggest thing we complained about Black Ops 3.
Crypto keys?
Oh, okay. The second biggest thing we complained about.
Not enough diversity in character? Probably not that, no.
The maps. Lack of diversity when you're playing maps.
Okay. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're talking about that they have, let's say, 12 maps, 13 maps there.
And you see 3 of them
And
for
you get
hours.
3 to 4 in rotation.
Yeah, for hours. So we're thinking, okay, this is a... Black Ops 3 is what, Treyarch?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe this is a Treyarch thing. Maybe this is just these guys. This is Black Ops 3.
Yep.
It's how their servers are running. No. I was hopeful with Modern Warfare. Infinite Warfare.
Yeah.
My bad. That's a whole other story.
That's probably where Matt is right now, playing Modern Warfare.
Possibly. So Infinite Warfare, I thought, okay, it's going to be different. And they're going to, again, like they said, they've listened to the community. They've listened to the community and they made this game better. And we're going to do it for you guys.
Which is great. I'm getting pumped. You're exciting me right now.
It's amazing. And so we're ready. We're ready to play the game. We download it. Oh, what's this? Shit ton of microtransactions. Who wanted that?
But to be fair, they removed the emblem creator.
Yes.
And the what is it? The movie gallery where you can rewatch your...
Because nobody wanted those.
No.
And the emblem creator is actually coming soon.
Ooh.
How long has this game been out?
It's been coming soon since it came out. So
And we're talking November 2016.
We're 2 months.
January 2017. And this is somehow difficult for them to do.
Well, their DLC is dropping next week on Tuesday. So we're probably going to get the DLC before we get an emblem creator, which you wouldn't think would be difficult.
But that's, I guess, priorities. So that was crazy. In Black Ops 3, same thing. You have, with all the DLC that we had, how many maps were there total? Its game came with what, 12?
We're talking about Black Ops?
Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3 had, 4 maps every, plus, a zombies map, right?
So 16 and 60 was it 32 maps?
No, it didn't come with 16. It came with like 12 or 13. Like 11 to 13, I think, is now where
so
they start
maybe
with.
30 maps total? Or 28, something like that?
Yeah, high 20s.
Yeah, and we played maybe 5. Maybe 5 every day.
We played more than 5, but like in a specific night, it would be like 5 maps.
If that. Like there are
Sometimes,
times where we played Redwoods like 7 times in a row, getting out of different matches because like I don't want to play Redwood again.
You know what though? I'm kind of missing Black Ops 3 now that you're talking about it. Like
it was good. I
Infinite
enjoyed
Warfare
it.
is all right. Like I like Infinite Warfare, but I really like Black Ops 3.
Yeah, no, the Black Ops 3 was great.
Yeah.
Infinite Warfare, same thing, same problems with the maps. I'm finding I'm playing the same ones over and over again.
And you think like how much money they make, they can fix these like let everyone play all these maps. They can do something with their matchmaking. They can fix these internet connections, get better servers. They're making money hand over fist.
I get that if you leave a match and you go back in, it's quote unquote randomized. So yes,
Yeah.
you might play the same map over and over again because that's the rotation that the game you're jumping into.
That's right.
I get that. But man, it's annoying that they have all these maps and we somehow seem to play the same ones over and over again. I don't understand it.
Frontier's a big one right now that's popping up all the time. The spaceship one.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know what to say. Like,
Microtransactions piss me off on that. The
keys are
the
brutal.
keys are the worst. I bitch so much about the what was supply drops in Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
And how they weren't any good. You'd always get just crap, and you have to grind so much to get crypto keys to essentially not get a lot, and you have to do this over and over again to try and get something good. And I don't have that kind of time, although I put 30 hours into Final Fantasy 15. I don't have that kind of time to put into in a shooter. I don't. I get bored after a while. I do. It's fun to play with you guys, but I'm not going to jump on just to get keys. It's boring after a while.
You're absolutely right.
So now they have their version of the crypto keys. And one, I feel they're almost harder to earn, although I know there's people on YouTube saying, earn X amount of keys in like an hour. Sure, works for you, but it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
But now the biggest issue with it that we're finding as well, and I don't remember Black Ops having this, is the fact that you get duplicates.
You got duplicates in Black Ops.
Did you?
Sure you did. Yes, you did.
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah, you got that.
Because this is pissing me off so much that I wiped that out of my memory.
No, yes, there were duplicates. I was very upset with them. Because you'd burn, I think, the duplicates. This one you get salvage.
Oh, that's right.
And you got crypto keys for the
right,
duplicates.
but the
if it was like
difference
a
is
common
now,
one, you get like one crypto key. If it was like a rare, you got like 3. And
but the difference now is I find I'm getting way more duplicates than ever in this game.
Well, no, not since the last update, though, to be fair. The last update.
Really?
Because there's a ton of BS camouflage.
Oh, because they added a shit ton of stupid ones.
I got a French flag for my shotguns or something like that as a gun camo. Plus, you can get a camo for every type of gun.
That's your bad one? I got to show you mine.
Well, I'm not saying that's the one I remember.
Terrible.
That's the one I remember.
You're right. Since that update, and they've flooded the camos
it's
with
flooded.
junk.
Yeah.
Like I remember, and you know, I'm one of those guys, and I laugh at Luca all the time for this. Is that I swear by not doing the rare supply drops, and you say no, do them. It's you get the better shit. I'm like, no, you don't. And I'll get 3 times more stuff than you do because I'm doing the 10 and you get, 3
and
each time.
yours usually get better than my rare. But when I do a common one, I get garbage.
You get garbage. But it happened to me so many times where I'll do a rare supply drop and I get 2 commons and a rare, and that rare is a duplicate.
Yeah.
There's one time where I did it, every single one was duplicates. And I'm like, this is junk. This is terrible. They need to police that better. They need to offer better things. And again, like I know they want people to invest all their time into this game. They want everyone paying to buy those goddamn crypto keys or whatever the hell they call salvage and all that bullshit.
They make a ton of cash.
Of course, I get it. But man, it takes away from the game so much. And they want to listen to people. Listen to this. That is bullshit. Take it out or improve it. And you should not. I'm sorry. You should not get duplicates.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Rocket League probably did it the best that way because you unlock stuff that you don't have, and it just it knows. Oh, you've unlocked this already. You're not going to get it now.
Yeah.
We'll give you something else. Like they got to do something better. The duplicates is just bullshit.
Well, see, the whole crypto key thing wouldn't bother me if there weren't weapons locked behind it. That's what bothered me the most about Black Ops 3. As great of a game as it was, and maybe there wouldn't be as many weapons in the game if they didn't have these crypto keys, but I don't like the fact that someone can be playing with a weapon I can't use. It's unfair. I don't mind you put whatever
and
camouflage.
Usually more powered, right? To some degree.
Not in Black Ops 3, though.
This game.
This game is actually more powerful weapons.
Yeah.
You can get the epic weapons, which have
infinite range.
Yeah.
It's a lot steadier.
I got a sniper rifle, which I got in a care package or whatever, and I have unlimited hold breath.
Yeah.
Like, that is a definite advantage.
Yeah.
There's no more swaying of my sniper rifle.
Yeah, this game became a pay to win.
And that's unacceptable. When you're paying for a full price game like this, it shouldn't be that way. Or you should have at least 2 different lobbies. One where you can only use weapons that came in the game, or maybe a free-for-all. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, but...
Man, Black Ops 2, I think, did it the best when they, with the DLC, got the Peace Walker?
Yeah, you got...
Peacekeeper, Peace Walker?
Was it Black Ops 2? I don't remember.
I think it was Black Ops 2. Yeah, because That was my favorite gun. And that came with the DLC. Everybody got it. And that was cool. Everybody had a chance to play with it. And that ended up being my favorite gun in that game.
That's fine. You know, like we got the Seasons Pass. We got the deluxe version, the digital deluxe. So if they locked the weapons behind the Seasons Pass, it's still kind of, I don't really like it. Maybe some camos behind the Seasons Pass, but at least make it so it's a fair price. Because to get all that salvage to unlock all the weapons.
It's hours.
It's hours. It's days.
Yeah, it's
weeks.
It's stupid.
It's weeks.
It's
months.
stupid. Yeah, that's the dumbest thing. To not shit on it too much because we oddly enough play it quite a bit. Because
really
we do
like
enjoy it.
it.
We
Yeah.
enjoy the game, but this is stupid things about it.
It's a bad trend in gaming in general.
Yeah, absolutely. The whole microtransactions.
Pay to win.
Yeah.
We don't like that.
No. One thing I do like is the new DLC.
I was going to allude to that earlier.
The new Zombies map looks amazing. And it's no secret, I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan. When I found out he's in this, it just made it that much better. Like, that made my day. Now, I don't know if he's a playable character. I think he assists you in the game.
Is that I see? I know you sent me the link yesterday, and
it's great.
I got really busy and I didn't get to watch it.
Oh my god, it looks
Is it video?
amazing. Yeah, it's a video.
Okay,
it's amazing.
Yeah,
like pretty much in a nutshell, you're in this almost like a campground. It's like a rave in the woods is what I think they put it.
Oh, okay.
And so
actually I heard about that.
It's almost like very Friday the 13th esque, where you're kind of like you're in the woods. There's like a campground. There's lodging and stuff like that, and it looks very scary, very dull, very dark. And then I don't know what happens. I haven't figured it out yet. But if it's a certain time of day, or if you activate something, and then it's like black lights turn on and everything's glowing neon. All the zombies are all neon. They got like weird face paint and like they look even creepier.
So you see what's really going on in the camp, huh?
Yeah, it's literally a rave, and it looked so good. And then near the end of the trailer, Kevin Smith runs out in his hockey jersey and backwards baseball cap.
Is it like Mallrats Kevin Smith?
Well, it's him now. It's him now. So it's not like Silent Bob Kevin Smith. It's actually Kevin Smith.
I was wondering if it's like Clerks, It'd be even cool if they did like a black and white like a little
That'd
bit
be pretty
homage
neat.
to
That'd
it.
be pretty neat. But it's literally Kevin Smith in one of his hockey jerseys now with his name on the back and the backwards cap, and he's got a gun and he's helping you shoot. So I don't know if he's a playable character.
I hope he's playable.
Because David Hasselhoff is in the first one, but he can't play as him. At least not that I know of. I think there's a way to be honest.
Really?
I think it's a hidden thing.
See, now we're back on the grievances on this.
I just want to play as Kevin Smith.
Okay, I get that. But I got to go back to the grievances.
Sure.
About your whole Final Fantasy not having an instruction booklet. You don't know exactly the tutorial. Maybe you skipped it, maybe you didn't. Mm-hmm. There is no tutorial in these zombies. And I'm not a zombie player, and I want to get into it.
Right.
Because it looks like a lot of fun.
It's amazing.
We get to like round 6 or 7, and I die all the time. And there's people, crushing those scores. That's child's play to them.
Yeah.
And we're running around the park unlocking stuff. I don't know where it is. Like, we're trying to get power going at that, merry-go-round?
Couldn't figure it out.
No idea. We left a zombie alive. That's, I think, a technique, probably.
Yes. I've learned that in playing past zombie
Is that
modes.
like an actual technique, or is it just us being cheap? Like, is this considered
No,
cheap?
you leave one alive so you can run around and do shit.
Okay, because that's the only way.
Because if you don't, then you
got like 20 seconds
level
between
starts
rounds
and
or
you're
whatever.
done. Yeah, you leave one alive, one or two,
Okay.
and then you run around and do shit.
So, I just want a bit of tutorial. Maybe I got to watch YouTube. But I wish the game had a little bit more of an explanation. Maybe that's the fun of it.
I think they want you really to play with other people.
Yeah.
And I've learned a lot by doing that in past games where you just join a random group. But the problem with that is if you don't know what you're doing, they get really mad.
Yeah, that's the problem with online.
They get really upset.
Especially those kids.
Yeah. Damn 8-year-olds.
They're so much better. They're like
so much more angry.
They're superhumans. Everything is amplified. Their skills and their anger.
Oh, yeah. Their reaction times.
The racism.
Yeah.
These kids just say whatever they want. Like, they don't hold back.
No. It's bad.
Yeah, I was over at like a family thing for Christmas, and like I have a relative that's, like still in elementary school, and his friend's over is like, let me talk on the mic. And the stuff he said, his parents should be ashamed of themselves, okay? Like, I've said some pretty bad things. Once again, I've got anger problems. I'm working on them. But I've never said the stuff that's come out of this kid's mouth.
Yeah. It's, those kids. it's bad. And I know, man, playing with them, and that's one of the worst things. And it's funny when you play games like that or online. And now I know sometimes like PlayStation, I think what they did was they kind of warped people's voices so you don't really hear. I thought that's what they did. Like
Really?
at least on PS3, I thought they did that.
Did they have? Oh, they didn't have a party
because
chat,
everybody-
but they had the online chat.
Because
right?
everybody sounded like a kid. Literally everyone sounded like a child.
I didn't play
to a
much
degree.
online, if at all, on PlayStation. To be honest,
Yeah,
PlayStation 3.
I thought Sony was doing that purposely to kind of protect yourself, like, and not like necessarily like literally a 8-year-old child, but people didn't, I think, sound like they actually do. They just kind of skewed the voices a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like those, when you're watching like the thing about like a drug cartel or whatever, and someone who's like uncovered it, or like a witness, they're like in the dark and like, yes,
Yeah.
go capture point C on the map.
No, but like children.
Yeah.
So that, or literally all I play against is kids, and they kick the shit out of me. It's depressing.
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
If there's anything to say. Yeah, no, yeah, Call of Duty, it's good. They got to fix some things. They're saying they this is for the people, and they've listened. Well, you're not listening hard enough. There's still problems.
So the problem is, I think, is the developers probably hear what you're saying, but then
Like,
there's
how can we make money off of this?
well, it's not probably their decision. Their employers, their job is to make money.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're not, they got to find a way. Even if they make a satisfactory amount of money with their regular sales, they crush it with regular sales. They still want more.
Oh yeah,
If there's a way to make more, they want more.
yeah, and that's the problem, and it's never going to go away. Is the video game business is a business.
Well, the thing is, I've noticed more so than ever, people are giving other shooters a chance. Like we all got Titanfall. Like our group of friends, we usually just get Call of Duty for a shooter and that's it.
Yeah,
We all now have Titanfall.
I played it for the first time 2 days ago.
How'd you like it? Did you play online or the story?
I did. Do you want to talk about my first experience online?
Oh, you probably got decimated.
No, I did okay.
Really?
I did okay. So here's my issue. Talking about grievances. This is a good topic. First time playing it, don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
It was, oddly enough, I found almost, maybe I have to turn my sensitivity down. It seemed quicker.
Yeah, it's a lot quicker, and the sensitivity, even their low setting, is pretty high.
So that's okay. That didn't bother me. It just needed getting used to. But I was doing okay. I was getting kills, doing all right.
You're killing the
Yeah, okay, hold
AI.
on. I'm getting there. So
I know exactly where you're
I'm
going.
doing kills. I'm taking guys down. I see the bad guys. I'm shooting them, and I'm dying too, obviously. Before I even get to that, because the match hasn't ended yet, right? I'm flowing, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. I like this. Then all the flippin' Titans start dropping, and like it's filled with Titans, but I'm playing against guys, so obviously I'm level 1, and I don't know what I'm doing.
And the first assault rifle is terrible.
I
At
don't
least
know how to
for me,
choose a
it's terrible.
Titan.
Yeah.
I don't know what to choose. And there's 4 of these guys with these massive ass swords, and so I'm shooting them with my machine gun.
Titan or
And I'm in the Titan.
oh, you're in. The
I'm
Titan.
in my Titan.
Oh, okay.
So I'm shooting him with my machine gun hand or whatever, and the guy literally just lunges at me, slices me twice, and I'm done. And I'm like, all right, this is kind of like he was hacking me really quickly. I'm like, this is dumb.
I'm not going to pretend I'm some sort of Titanfall expert, but the tutorial will probably do you some.
Hands
you
down.
didn't touch a tutorial. Did
I
you?
didn't hit any block buttons, shields, but the guy was slicing me so quickly.
Yeah.
I was doing no damage to him, and I'm done. My thing blew up. I'm like, this is stupid. These guys are clearly have an agility, are way faster. And the fact they have this massive sword is giving them an edge.
I find Titanfall one of those games that isn't forgiving to new players.
No,
Because even as I've been playing shooters for how long? Since GoldenEye, since Doom on PC back in the day.
oh, I love Doom.
Yeah,
Wolfenstein 3D.
yeah, exactly. So we've been playing for some time, and I'm getting decimated when I first started. And there's some matches where I actually do pretty well, but most of the time I get crushed. But it's a fun game all in all.
It was fun. That kind of was like, all right, I took a guy's battery out. That was awesome.
That's
Felt
cool.
felt like a hero.
Yeah.
That was good. So then the match ends. I'm thinking, all right, cool. Let me see how I did. I know I died a lot because I was terrible. I said, okay, I died a lot, but I got some kills. I had 2 kills.
2 pilot kills or
2. It said 2 kills. I guess pilot kills. Sure.
because you can kill.
And then I went down the line
Yeah.
and I had 8 AI kills.
okay, yes, that's what it was. Yeah, the
What
AI.
the hell why are there bots in this game?
There are different game modes. the bots are there kind of to help
That
you.
got me so pissed.
Well, I think it's there to build up your Titan meter so you get your Titan quicker.
Bullshit.
And there's some different game modes that it's actually pretty cool to have.
I just joined the game mode. Like I loaded it up for the
you
first
probably
time.
played attrition, the
and
regular mode.
What?
Attrition, it's called. That's like their
Maybe.
base mode. That's
it
like
just
the
said
team
join
deathmatch.
game. I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
Woo. I'm telling you, that got me, like, that pissed me off. I was like, what? Like, I know I killed guys. I had the names there. I killed them, and it came out as bots. I'm like, this is bullshit.
Well, at least you got 2 Titan or pilot kills because pilots are actual other
People.
Yes.
Yeah. Woo. 2. That is a shitty match in Call of
Yeah,
Duty if I
it's-
kill 2 guys.
Exactly. It's your first time playing the game.
Terrible. So that I didn't like at all. I'm like, this is crap.
It's a different from
Like,
Call of Duty. in
why
that
am I
sense.
wasting my bullets, time, and aiming on bots when I could be going after pilots?
Well, you still get points for it. Not as much, but you get points.
That was my issue. Oh man, this topic can go long. That was my issue with Star Wars Battlefront. One of them. There's many, but playing.
Guys, this is going to be an 8-hour episode, so
Buckle up. With you know what? For what the game was, I enjoyed it. Star Wars Battlefront, I really did like. It had its major problems,
Yeah.
but I did enjoy that game. When that was one game when I turned it on and you saw it and you played it, you're like, oh my god, this is amazing.
It's
This
a
looks
great
good.
looking
It
game.
sounds good. It feels good. Guns could be a little better. You know,
Feel part I'm a little bit indifferent on.
I enjoyed it, but one of my favorite modes was Flight Squadron. I loved Flight Squadron.
That was fun.
Issues with Flight Squadron, which I know they fixed now. It was way too short. Number one, way too short. So it's up to 200 points or 200
Yeah.
kills. And here's part of the problem. There's bots everywhere. So when you're killing guys and you're striking down X-Wings and TIE fighters,
Yep.
good majority of them are just AI bots. And I'm like, that's not satisfying.
I know what you're saying. You're
And-
here online, you want to beat some real people with real
right.
skill.
But because there's so many of them and you're obviously just shooting anything that's goddamn flying, then your count to 200 goes up pretty quick. A match is done in like 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
why is this so? Why is it 200? Make it 600. Make it go longer. Or here's a crazy idea: limit the amount of bots or take them out. Add more players.
Yeah.
And there you go. Fixes the problem.
Well,
Because then the players are gonna be harder to kill, so the match will go longer.
yeah, but going back to Titanfall,
Yes.
there's a mode called Pilot versus Pilot. There's no Titans because I know right now, not knowing the Titans, it's tougher. I actually enjoyed Pilot versus Pilot initially the most.
Okay.
So maybe give that one a go.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I load this game up. I looked at like customizing my guy. I'm like, I don't know what any of this means. It said join now. I'm like, okay, and just
Yeah.
jumped in the match. I had no idea what I was doing,
Yeah.
but it was good. You know what? It was interesting. It was different.
Yes. So as much as we grieve about these games, how much we get upset about them, we
Yeah.
do still like them.
We do.
But it's
We're
just,
hypocrites.
yeah, we have to just vent. This is our weekly vent, I guess.
Yeah.
Normally we do this on the phone, but today we're again without Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, please let us know you're okay. Please let us know.
Call me.
So anyway, so without Matt, we're not going to discuss the Switch. So we're going to wait for Matt, and then when Matt comes in, we're going to have an episode on the Switch. So yeah.
And boy, do I got grievances with that.
And on that note, we are Gone Gaming. Like, subscribe, leave a comment,
Yeah.
and we'll be back next week.
Thanks for listening.
Next week.
Thanks for listening.
Next week.
Thanks for listening.
Next week.
Thanks for